Over the past year, we've reported the continuing success of Portsmouth boxer Ebonie Jones. The Charter Academy pupil is already a European boxing champion in the 50-kilo class. And last week, fighting for England, she won the Nations Cup in Serbia. Ebonie and the Heart of Portsmouth Boxing Academy coach Quinton Shillingford came in earlier, and I started by asking her about her latest success.
I was a bit more nervous for going to Serbia than a lot of other tournaments I've been to, because obviously one of the biggest teams there was Russia, and they're one of the top teams for boxing, and there was Kazakhstan there, and I come up against them too. So I had Kazakhstan in the semi-final, and I stopped her in the second round with TKO, and I come up against a Russian in the final, and I beat her unanimous. But she was tough.
Tough, but top of the podium again, Ebonie.
Yeah.
Q, what a year Ebonie's had. I mean, what's it all down to?
Her personal commitment and dedication, and of course not only also the coaches. You know, Coach Colin Williams had her running out on Christmas Day. You know, there's no respite for it.
Oh, it's hard work, isn't it? And the dedication you need to get to the top. And Great Britain boxing are watching now. You go up to Sheffield quite often, and you're mixing with some quite big boxers up there, aren't you?
Yeah, I've seen Nicola Adams up there, and I sparred her in preparation for the World Championships. And obviously, I was nervous to get in a sparrow, but I still wanted to do it because obviously she's the best in the world. So I felt more confident going into the World Championships after sparring her.
And you go in the ring with somebody like Nicola. I mean, does that make you think that the Olympics is the goal for you? That's the long-term aim?
Yeah, I'd love to do what she's achieved and box in the Olympics one day and get gold.
But you've got to balance all this because you're only 15 with all your schoolwork and all this dedication of training. How do you manage to do the two?
It's hard to balance them both because obviously I want to put all of my time and effort into my boxing, but the school are really supportive, and they must believe in me and think that I could be in the Olympics. And they allow me time off for boxing, and say if I do need to catch up on work, they'll help me out with that whenever I need it.
Q, it's a tremendous story. How far can Ebonie go? She's still a young age, and no one wants to load pressure onto her at this stage. But she's certainly proven to be quite a talent.
She's boxed for England 3 times and medalled every time, you know, two being gold. So the sky's the limit. And
just for boxing, you know, you won't see too many teenage girls boxing, Ebonie. But it's the sport you love, it's the sport you've chosen?
Yeah, well, hopefully there'll be more girls wanting to do boxing. Hopefully it'll become bigger, female boxing.
Well, you're certainly proving an inspiration to many. Thank you both very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ebonie Jones and Quinton Shillingford. Good news today as well for their clubmate, ABA heavyweight champion Greg Brede. He's been called into Great Britain's podium squad for training next week in Sheffield. Now, that means he's with the elite British boxers training for a place at the Rio Olympics. A lot of success coming out of that club in Portsmouth.
Brilliant, isn't it?